Hey, I'm here. 4 o'clock on the dot. Let me change my thumbnail. I made sure I was here 4 o'clock on the dot, boo. And of course, my mouse and everything was trying to die again. I said, I came prepared and early this time. Y'all not gonna make me late. But happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Let's talk about it. How are you guys, YouTube? How are you guys? Let's talk about it. Really don't think I need my ring lights today because it's still sunny here. Here in Michigan, it's actually sunny. But YouTube, let's talk about some gossip. Let's talk about what happened this week in wrestling and what we felt, what made the match of the week. Let's talk about it. We do have, and right now I like the setting like this where it's shown the background's on the side and I'm talking and the thumbnail's under me. I don't know. I guess I like that. It's a little bit different than everybody else. Well, if you remember, I started doing this and I could put myself in the background, but once I tried to change the background, all of a sudden it was acting like I couldn't be in the background no more. So I was able to change the background, but now I can't be in the background. Very odd. But I'll figure it out soon. But this is what we have for right now. The Rascals have officially gotten their AEW All Elite graphic. We saw that last night. Tony Khan had tweeted a little late, don't you think? But never late than never, I guess I'll say. Hey Robert, how are you? Did you watch wrestling anything this week? Doesn't have to be a specific company. Just did you watch wrestling this week? As you guys know, I gotta edit while I'm talking. But yes, the Rascals are officially AEW Bond. A lot of people are chattering and gossiping. What about what's her name? What's her name? The girl from Fire and Desire. Fire and Desire. Something Dawn. What's her name? I don't want to mispronounce, so that's why I'm not saying it. Isley. Is that her name? Isley Dawn. But yes, a lot of people are talking about her and why she didn't get the All Elite graphic. I don't know. They're a little late doing that, to be honest, YouTube. So I really don't think it means anything at this point if they got a graphic or not. Because again, YouTube, it seems like they are late, AEW, with doing this. But I will say this. Where's Ace Austin since we're gossiping? Where is he? Powerhouse Hubs. Oh, well, allegedly, according to Devon, he was very unhappy in AEW before he left. Yes, YouTube, allegedly, Powerhouse Hobbs, who we know now as what, Royce Keys? Is that his new name in WWE? Well, allegedly, there's a news article going around that made waves last night, how, yes, Devon had an interview and said that, basically, that, Powerhouse Hubs was a little disappointed with his creative direction in AEW. He did not like the way he was booked. Sometimes voice frustrations. So there we have it. So it makes sense now why he did not pay AEW any mind, allegedly, if this is any truth with these reports. But again, it would make sense if he was disappointed. Okay, I got some comments. Hey, when you show up on time, right? I'm surprised TNA. Oh, yeah. So allegedly, I guess she felt entitled, Gail Kim. And again, I'm not on nobody's side, just the way I speak. But allegedly, she felt entitled after the way she was let go. She kind of deserves some benefits. That's what some of the wrestling blog sites are reporting. But I guess she's using this law in Texas, I think, where even if you're an independent contractor, you are still obligated to something for your contributions, because TNA is basically saying she broke. Let me just pull up this article and how we can explain it in simple terms. Because, yes, thank you for bringing that up. I know I made a video about it, but I do want to see if there's any update. But while we do that, okay, because I do want to get an update. She is online talking, not about the situation, of course, because it's a legal matter, but she is talking and still being Gail Kim. I'm surprised. Okay, I've been watching, following some wrestling. How are you, buddy? By the way, I fell in the snow. That is horrible that you fell in the snow, Anthony. I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry that you fell. Are you okay? Did you have to like get a brace? Like, did you fall on ice? I hope you didn't. Welcome, welcome. Royce Keys, I think that it has something to do with his child, I guess, and his mom mixing the names together. So real life names combination to make that. But yes, allegedly he was upset with the way he was booked in AEW, and that's why he did not give any thoughts, basically, when Tony Khan offered him to resign. He already had it planned. He wanted to leave if it was mentally draining. They did say, allegedly, the AEW environment also played a factor on why he didn't want to resign. Hey, Lions 2012. Okay. Toronto, how are you? How are you? Are you a Sami Zayn fan? I do know I can be little harsh on him sometimes because I always want him to win, but it never goes anywhere. But are you a huge Sami Zayn fan? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, okay. So Robert was talking to Anthony, but happy Sunday, everyone. But okay, so basically TNA's parent company, Anthem Wrestling LLC, part of Anthem. Okay, let's get to the nitty gritty. Why the lawsuit was filed. After Kim's release, she allegedly told Anthem she believes she had legal claims under Florida whistleblower laws related to how she was treated, potentially including claims under the Florida Private Whistleblower Act. So again, we're talking right now about Gail Kim, who's being sued by TNA's sister partner Anthem, and the lawsuit and the ongoing case. Again, TNA, Gail Kim have, well, we thought a great working relationship. You have to remember, she was the first ever TNA Knockout champion and the first woman inducted into the Hall of Fame. But I guess that doesn't really mean anything, right? But in response, Anthem filed the lawsuit to do two main things: get a court to dispute most to be handled under Tennessee law. So I guess they want to dispute what she's saying, the Florida law, and want to follow the Tennessee law. Again, I'm not good with laws. Because Kim's contract said any disagreement should be governed by Tennessee. Argued that Kim was an independent contractor, not an employee, meaning she wouldn't qualify for certain legal protections under Florida or federal statute. If the court agrees, that could mean her claim whistleblower protections would not apply at all. What Anthem is asking for: a declaration that Tennessee law controls the dispute, a ruling that Kim was not an employee, so she can't sue under Florida whistleblower or civil right laws, attorney fees and court costs from Kim. So they're basically saying, since we have to go through this bullshit, this lawsuit, we want you to pay if you lose. So basically, her not being employed, that means she doesn't get a pension. She does not get any sick days, vacation days. She doesn't, I don't know if she gets a percentage because, again, she's an independent contractor. But, let's see. Oh, okay. I met Sami Zayn at a show in Toronto. Was nice to meet, but not a fan. Okay, so what wrestling do you like? I don't think we spoke before. Do you like AEW, TNA, WWE, MLW? Do you like them all? Do you have any favorite wrestlers? I'm glad he makes his son his mom's name, but he should pick something different. But like, who are you talking about? But then I remember you're talking about Royce. So yes. We shall see. It's a little interesting to see how they are pushing him on the main roster compared to a Ricky Saints. Let's talk about that real fast. If you don't know, Ricky Saints, Ricky Starks also came from AEW at some point. So he was part of the AEW roster. And like Royce, aka Powerhouse Hubs, he made the jump. But if you notice, they are putting all of their money and resources behind Royce Keys. I mean, what a way to make your debut at the Royal Rumble, okay? I kind of get the same vibe. This was this was Jade, basically, now that I'm thinking about it. Didn't she make some backstage interaction with the ladies? But we eventually saw her at the Royal Rumble when she eventually got in the ring. So that's kind of the same with Powerhouse. We're seeing him in the Royal Rumble. I don't know. I don't know why some people have to go to NXT, some people don't. I do like Ricky, so maybe I'm just a little biased. But speaking of, I did mention the Rascals earlier today that they did sign. They're officially AEW because Tony Khan released a graphic last night. But the other Rascal, Trey Miguel, yes, Trey Miguel, remember him. I guess something's going on because he's all over the. I hate when this computer tries to like auto write for me. Like, please stop. I'm not typing that. Please. Okay, so I guess I can't type anything without it trying to edit it. But apparently, Trey Miguel did make a video which was surfacing this morning. I was a little confused myself because I was like, why is he crying or why does it look like he was crying? But allegedly, some people are alluding that they got messages from Trey Miguel that are very vicious and evil, according to him in this video that he posted, which was on Ringside's News, and telling people, please don't believe it's him if he's getting text messages acting like Trey Miguel. So again, Trey Miguel made a video basically last night. I don't know when he recorded it because it's on today. This morning I saw it. Basically saying someone's impersonating him. Again, very odd. The timing's very odd because the Rascals, the graphic just came out last night that they're all elite. And then this morning when I wake up, Trey Miguel's in some drama about something. So I don't know what that's all about. But TNA Impact, I do want to say, speaking of Trey Miguel, I did watch TNA Impact clearly because I did a whole review. But I don't know how they're going to do. I do see that they're signing a lot of people to these small one-year deals. Don't know how it's going to work on the fan side, I would say, because again, it's 1 year, so a lot of people just leave. We just saw the Inspirations. They just left, so the fans can't really get into these TNA stars because they're not really there for a long time. But we shall see how TNA goes. Wishing them nothing but the best. This Trey Miguel thing, the AEW, now this. I'm hoping that the drama stops for him eventually. Not to be funny, but it just always seems to be something going on in his life currently. So hopefully things pick up for him. Let's see. We did have Ric Flair denying reports that he was considering coming out of retirement. That was going on with Ric Flair. There were reports going around this week that, yes, allegedly that he stated that he wants to go back in the ring. But he did deny those allegations. I'm reading right now, WrestlingInc.com. They do show his tweets. First, let me clear something up. And when he tweeted this? February 6th, so 2 days ago. First, let me clear something up. I would never wrestle again. I'm headed to Flair Country, Charleston, South Carolina. Get ready. The Nature Boy and Filtermore Sports are taking over Spunky Empire this weekend. If you want to be the best, you got to be with the best. Come see me. Okay, so again, that's him basically disputing the allegations and these news reports that allegedly he wanted to go back in the ring. Wouldn't be a surprise if he did say that. I mean, again, this is Ric Flair we're talking about. Again, he does love wrestling to the point I don't know when he thinks that he shouldn't wrestle no more, but he denies it for now. I'm glad. Okay. I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. Is there a certain match you're looking forward to? I do know that allegedly Becky Lynch and AJ Lee is going to be a women's match for that card. Again, we haven't really seen AJ Lee recently. I guess she is a part-timer. No offense to her, but it is what it is. But I guess she is a part-timer because, again, we haven't really seen her recently, AJ Lee. It's always a treat to see her, but, again, we haven't really seen her. I grew up watching WWF, NWA, WCW. I went to a show in Memphis, USWA. I've been to a WWF show, NXT, TNA, Ring of Honor, AEW, also NWA, Crockett Tour in Canada, also WCW, early 90s and Nitro era. I watched the big three. Okay, so that's good to know about you, Lion. So you have been a fan for a while now, and it seems you've been to most of the promotions. Indeed, the Crockett, I heard about his stuff back in the day, right? Are you talking about Jim Crockett? Also NWA. I know that was originally the big fish in the pond, right? Before WWE came, wasn't NWA the big fish in the pond where everybody wanted to be in NWA, but then WWF allegedly, took over that spot. But NWA is still respected today. I mean, it is on Roku. That's something. I mean, it's not on TV, but it is on the Roku channel. So NWA, the lineage, the respect is still there. But again, the viewerships, I don't know. I do think the one guy, Jesse from TNA, he's in there, I think. Don't quote me. Okay, so let's look up some other wrestling news. We can talk real fast about Ethan Page and Chelsea Green being dethroned as the AAA Mixed Tag Team Champions. I do know I don't talk about AAA that much, so what do we think about the product? Again, I know I don't talk about it that much, to be real. I don't really watch it. I really don't even know where to watch the product. I do know sometimes WWE, they have the pay-per-views on YouTube live, but I don't know if that's every pay-per-view, and sometimes I think AAA is on like at 1 p.m. before the main pay-per-view is on. So sometimes I think they're on the same day actual WWE pay-per-view is on. So again, I can't keep up, but it is giving a lot of people opportunities. Isn't that where Santos Escobar is? No shade, but I thought he was in AAA. So again, I don't know how to watch. So I guess Lola Vice and Mr. Inango, is that his name? I guess they won those belts. Lola Vice is someone allegedly that WWE has a lot of chips in her. That's what I like to say. But they do have a lot of money that they're investing in Lola Vice. Do we think she's going to be a big star? I do feel like she will be a great mid-card champion if she goes to the main roster. No offense to Miss Lola Vice, but again, I watched ECW too. Yes, Crockett NW pre-burnout, making it WC. I watched AWA. Okay, see, I heard about AWA too as well. So okay, you've been watching for a while now. So where's Ric Flair's claim to fame? I know it's probably not WWF then. It seems like he was wrestling way before WWF was even major. So Cody Rhodes, again, I'm on WrestlingInc.com now. Cody Rhodes recalls Vince McMahon offering him life-changing money for a WWE return. In 2022, 3 years after helping create AEW, Cody Rhodes made a decision to leave there and return to WWE. Rhodes explained his motivation for the move from various angles over the years, and during a recent interview on 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway, Rhodes and the Undertaker detailed the offer extended to the former AEW star by the controversial Vince McMahon. I didn't know McMahon flew down, Calloway said, to Atlanta, Rhodes confirmed. Tell me if this is true or false. Did he put the number on a piece of paper and slid it? Calloway asked. Yes, Rhodes said with a laugh before acting like McMahon. Rhodes stated that it was entirely unnecessary thing to do, as Rhodes saw the number McMahon wrote down before he slid it across the table between them. However, he did appreciate that it was an old school thing to do, as Rhodes has plenty of love for the business of bygone era. So basically, he's respecting him, like, okay, you really didn't have to slide under a piece of paper what you're offering me, but at the same time, he is a Rhodes. We all know his father legendary. So he grew up in the business. How do you react? So, blah, blah, blah. However, he did appreciate it. Okay. How do you react to life changing money, bro? As that wasn't the first time I seen something like that, but certainly you never learn how to. What's your move? What do you do? Yeah. Do you no sell it? The wrestler said he replied to McMahon, simply relaying that it was a lot of money. Rose took the offer and debuted on WWE TV shortly thereafter, WrestleMania 38. Although he laughed at himself looking back at how he handled the meeting, Rose also pointed out that there's no way to fully prepare for a situation and everyone's going to react a little bit differently. So I guess allegedly, since Cody Rhodes himself is saying this, Vince McMahon handed him a piece of paper with the millions of dollars that he offered him, probably 8 million or 10. So now we have Josh Alexander details the hardest part of leaving TNA for AEW. If we know Josh Alexander, I do like him a lot. He's very a technical wrestler. I do like him. He is a great hero. Since April 2025, Josh Alexander has become a fixture within AEW as a member of the Don Callis family. Before that, however, it was TNA that Alexander was most closely associated with. Appearing on the episode of Busted Open Radio, Alexander talked about the most difficult part of making the jump from one company to the other. The hardest thing, it's not even the wrestling thing, really. It's just when I left TNA, I had a lot of good friends there, Alexander said. I didn't realize going to a new company where I knew people. I've been friendly with a lot of people that are here in AEW. It was just extremely lonely on the road, not being able to be like, yo, Steve, yo, Jake, yo, such and such. Are we going to go here for dinner? Alexander found himself traveling alone for the first stretch of his AEW run, but he knows that since being joined by the former Jake Something, who now wrestles as Jake Dole, sadly after the interview took place, Dole suffered an injury that will keep him out of action for at least a few months. After making the move from TNA and joining up with the Callis and his followers, not followers, I thought they were supposed to be a group, but okay. Alexander has been regularly featured on TV and even got to wrestle a dream match against Kenny Omega. So I guess he was lonesome. Traveling due to having a lot of allies in TNA, but once he was no longer part of TNA, I guess he got lonely on the road. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Was that really newsworthy for them to write an article about it? I don't think so. Again, that's with any company. You will get used to certain people traveling, having your lunches with them, going on your lunch break with your favorite coworker, and now you no longer work there, so your lunch break is now being by yourself. So it makes sense, but I guess I really did not need an article about that. Ethan Page, I met him and know his family. He's an indie company. I think he lives in Michigan somehow. I'm located in Michigan, but don't quote me, but I think he does live in Michigan. Oh, so you met a lot of people. So Josh Alexander, was he nice as well? I do like Josh Alexander. Was Josh Alexander nice? But let's look up some other wrestling news. This week, what did I like? Just trying to think. Let me think. What did I like? I did like Impact. That was decent. Monday Night Raw was decent. Collision was better than Dynamite. I don't think it was better than Dynamite, but it had a lot of heavy hitters this week, so it was more of a show you want to watch because I did like seeing the Young Bucks on Collision. Also like seeing Kevin Knight and whatever the other guy's name is, the original guy that always gets injured, but then we don't see him again. So I don't know. I liked all the shows this week. TNA Impact still trying to find their way. Monday Night Raw, to me, it's just like the first day of the week. It's good wrestling television. I feel like Monday Night Raw always has the best storylines, to be honest. Friday is usually the show you watch before you start your weekend, or you're starting your weekend with Friday Night SmackDown, so that's an okay show as well. So again, I felt like everything was okay. I'm excited. I did like the Bella Twins basically stating that they're going after the Women's Tag Team Championships. That was this Monday. Chad Gable, isn't he allegedly supposed to be the original Masked Man? I'm excited to see his big reveal. So again, the storylines on Monday Night Raw are really good. But the wrestling I did like more a little bit on Collision this week. I mean, I will say that match with Andrade and who else was it? Kenny Omega was good too. But Andrade, he had to cheat, right? So again, good wrestling. But before I get to this, more wrestling news. A lot of speculations on if AJ Styles is actually done with wrestling. Again, he did stated that he was going to stop wrestling in 2026. But again, there's a lot of speculations on if he really is done after his WWE stint. We did have Finn Balor send him a thank you for everything you did message yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. Josh Alexander, another local talent I met. Okay, so you did say Josh is nice. Okay, thank you, Lion. I met almost all the TNA roster, good chunk of AWs and WWEs. So, would you say, which one of the experience do you like the best, or you like them all for their own? Like, I feel like TNA Impact, their live experience, are a little bit more intimate, because it's still on TV, but it's a little bit more cheaper. It's like an intimate setting to me. WWE is more the stadium, full life kind of vibe. AEW is more wrestling fans that like wrestling and just wrestling with no storylines and holy shit and people just being extreme. That's the kind of vibe I get from there when I go there. Still a nice production, doesn't look cheap, but still more of a just wrestlers wrestling compared to WWE, where it's more the entertainment, the spotlights, the lightings, the effect, the arena. The wrestling is also there, but it's not really the main focus, unlike AEW. So, oh, you came on here just already starting. Okay, oh, are you Spetty? But Montez Ford gained weight. Bianca looked like she gained weight too. I didn't see a picture of her now. Where was she at? Where was a picture of Bianca? I saw a picture of what's his name? Montez Ford, because I did see the Street Profit. Again, allegedly, WWE does not have any plans for them. That is why they are on these NXT tours. And allegedly, I guess it is showing that they had no plans for them because, like Spetty said, Montez Ford gained some weight. I thought he looked thick. That's how I looked at it, but I'm just being real with you. I was like, oh, he got thick. I ain't seen him in a minute. Okay, he got a little stomach on him. He looking thick now. That's how I looked at it. But I'm a little curious. Where did you find that picture of Bianca? Where was she at? Because I haven't really seen her in a while. Oh, they talking about him bad. Oh, yeah, they talking about him bad. Oh, Lord. To me, he just looked thick. But let's put him on the big screen. Again, he looked thick. Let's put him on the big screen. Okay, so it sounds like she got thick too. Everybody getting thick, huh? So here he is. Here is what Spetty is talking about. As we can see. Okay, so that is him. Montez Ford. Him. His current state. This is him. Again, to me, he's gotten a little thicker, bigger thighs, as you can see. But yeah, that is him. But let's keep talking. Sorry. But Ricky say, Yeah, I don't know if they were demoted. I'm hoping that I'm not putting that in the atmosphere. I'm hoping that they're just trying to get their feet wet. They're trying to prepare them for a storyline on the main roster. So I'm hoping that this isn't a demotion. I see where you're coming from, Spetty, regarding them not being on television, and now we see them on these NXT live tours. But again, I'm hoping that they're warming up, they're preparing them to get back on the road to actually compete again. Again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Hey Frank, how are you? Happy Sunday. We still don't know about Jericho. We do know that allegedly, yes, he is still signed to AEW since he's on the AEW roster page. They don't know if they added any time to his contract with Jericho. I don't know. Some people are speculating that some time was added to his contract, like an extension or missed time. I do know, I think he's touring with his band, so I don't know if wrestling is the focal point of his life right now, or he's trying to just finish his music stuff right now and then make a decision on what he's going to do. Oh, I'm a brother, by the way. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. I did not realize. Okay. You're in Canada, right? Like, where are you? Like in Windsor? Where did you say you were again? But yeah, Canada's not that far, so it makes sense if you came to Michigan. How did you like it? Oh, Frank, you saying that ain't thick? Is that big? I'm just saying, I'm like, he got some big thighs now. I'm saying, okay, he looking thick now with them thighs. Bianca body look like Naomi. I wish we would find that photo of her that you're talking about, but she's been on the shelf for some time now. It's been a couple months since we've seen Bianca Belair. We did think that she was going to be there at the Royal Rumble, but she did not make an appearance. She did not make an appearance. I did recently see her in a new commercial, which was probably pre-taped. I think it was Slim Jim. She was in a new commercial, but again, Yes, Jade is going to defend her title versus Jordan Grace. I don't know, for both ladies, this is a win-lose situation. It's a win-lose situation because Jade Cargill will finally get to defend her title. But the lose situation, both girls are going to lose something if they lose this match. Jordan Grace, her coming on the main roster, trying to be this threat. Her losing her first opportunity, yes, it will be bad for her, but it won't show her she's not that much of a threat as we thought she was if she was able to lose. But if Jay loses, it kind of makes her not look like a threat either because she just lost her belt to her first title defense. So she won it. She couldn't defend it all these months. But then when she finally had to fucking fight someone, she lost it. So again, it makes her not look like a threat. So either girls losing this shit is going to make them look bad. Because Jordan, I don't know. She did look good in the Rumble, I will say. I mean, when she first came, I was like, damn, she's throwing a lot of women out of the ring. She looked strong. But the way that Lash Legend picked her up and just threw her, that kind of made her look weak. Again, I'm not saying that Jordan Grace is weak. I do like her, but and that's the way she was just manhandled by Lash Legend. And then we're just supposed to believe she's going to win the win the women's championship. Because again, Lash Legend, the newcomer from NXT, I guess they're both newcomers since Jordan's new as well on the main roster. But again, just the way she picked her up and threw her out of the ring, I said, damn, they really had to do Jordan like that? They couldn't have just did like a clothesline where she fell kind of, or she tripped. But again, getting to this, if Jordan loses, okay, she had a lot of momentum, but she's just like everyone else. She made it to the main roster, but she couldn't beat the champion, so she has to prove herself and go back to the line. So again, they'll make her look weak if she loses cleanly to Jade. But then Jade will look weak if she loses cleanly to Jordan. So again, you didn't defend your title all these years, but now, I'm saying years, honey. All these days, but now when you finally have to defend it, you lose. So again, a little nervous. Oh, that is fat. That was funny. And Ricochet, I'm sorry, I don't mean to ignore your comment. He does a lot of trash talking. I think that's almost like a bait, hoping to have AJ Styles in AEW talking about he can't hang with the old folks. I'm sorry, he's calling him old basically. He can't hang with the folks. Again, baiting him to come. Oh, you don't think I can hang with the folks? Okay, come on. Realistically, if AJ Styles wrestles for a TNA or AEW, I think it's going to be at least a one-off or a 6-month contract. I don't think he's going to do a full year. Again, he wants to retire, so if someone's willing to give him a 6-month contract, sure, he can have one last run somewhere else, a little cute run. But again, who knows? Again, he said that he's going to retire in 2026, and he already retired from WWE. I mean, I guess he could have saved this December of 2025 if he was going to retire the first month of the year. Just being honest, so that's why I think there's something more. Maybe he's going to surprise all of us and do an indie appearance somewhere, like a major indie appearance with Carl and Luke. Isn't that their name? His former tag team partners. Maybe he's going to do a huge indie appearance, and that's where he officially retires. But so I guess Angelo Dawkins is now the new favorite of the Street Profits after what happened. I already made a video today how basically Lita had an interview and she did state that she would love to come back to WWE, but Lita did say herself that her run was abruptly ended the last time we saw her in WWE. So I did make a video about that this morning. It's a little small short video, but a little shame that WWE did not let Lita get any revenge on whoever attacked her. Basically just told her to lay backstage and they don't need her anymore. Something else that was popping on the blog sites, Big E and his wrestling future and him officially retiring. I don't know what that means, to be honest. That he's retiring from WWE. I don't know what that means. So let's look it up. So yes, so Big E retires from WWE in-ring competition. I don't know if this means that he's making the decision that he'll never wrestle again. Is that what he means? That this is his retirement, like he will never wrestle again in WWE, so he's retiring from the company wrestling-wise? I mean, I guess that's what they're stating, retiring from in-ring competition, but I'm assuming that means that he's finally, okay, I'm no longer going to say my neck is getting a little bit better, or no longer going to say never. I guess he's basically saying, no, I'm done with wrestling in WWE. You guys can forget about me ever appearing. Again, that's what I'm gathering out of this. Because again, he hasn't wrestled in 2 years now? So why is he making an announcement about this? I mean, sorry. I mean, not to be rude. It's just like, what? Okay, you haven't wrestled in how long now? Like, okay. So that's why it's giving, maybe he's tired of people asking him, is he going to wrestle again? To the point he's like, okay, I'm retired from WWE wrestling ring. I'm not going to ever return. So now, leave me alone and stop asking. That's more of the vibe I'm getting. But Big E, he was able to have the WWE Championship, so he was able to achieve his goal. Again, the person that injured him, not really doing good himself. I mean, they did say his house was under foreclosure, allegedly, so again, feel bad for him too, but still. Okay. I'm reading wrestling/world.com. Woods reacts to Big E. Once Big E broke the news, Woods reacted with a short message on social media. He wrote, "Told ya," a line that instantly reminded fans of their tense on-screen split during the New Day's anniversary in 2024. In that storyline, Woods and Kofi Kingston blamed Big E for stepping away from competition, and the moment created one of the most surprising fractures in the team that had once defined loyalty. Because of that history, fans have read Woods' new comment in a different way. Some viewed it as playful and rooted in the characters they once portrayed together. Okay, what is this? It's a video of him laughing with the fur coat, saying "told ya." So again, maybe this is just all for character work, because yeah, clearly he's not laughing at his friend not being able to wrestle again. Okay, so this tweet got 2.8 million. This was posted February 6, 2026. Again, it's February 8th of 2026. So again, he just posted this 2 days ago. Again, I don't even remember the last time he wrestled. When was the last time Big E wrestled? Big E's last wrestled on the March 11, 2022 episode of WWE SmackDown, where he suffered the broken neck. So again, he's now announcing this 4 years later. So basically, I don't know if tests were good. I don't know, but let's read this. First time reading it, so you'll get my reaction. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. And my mouth's a little quenched, so I apologize. I entered the pro wrestling industry at the age 23 with an injury history that included a torn left ACL, torn right ACL, torn left pec, and a broken right patella. At 39, I'm well aware that I will one day have to pay the piper. That's a little sad. That's shitty. But yeah. I've put my body through a lot, and somehow I feel great. I don't battle daily pain. That's the best news we want to hear. So if he doesn't have to wrestle anymore because it may bring that pain again, I'd rather him not wrestle. I'm able to function normally and healthfully. I'm eternally grateful for the wonderful career I stumbled into. I pray for all of my fellow athletes and performers who have not had the same good fortune. A sincere thank you to everyone who has taken the time to follow my in-ring career. It was a merciful gift to get to perform for you all. Okay, so let me read these comments. Okay. See, look at my mouse being weird again. Now it won't let me scroll. So, a lot of thank yous. Not a lot of people from WWE really say anything. Maybe they said something to him backstage again. I don't know why he's announcing it now. I think because people keep asking for him to come back. So maybe that's the reasoning. I'm just being real. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not reading the comments again. So sorry. Jordan Grace gave me a sleeper. Oh, okay. That's nice. So she was friendly with you. She made it a little playful, the interaction when you met her. Okay. That J match going to end in some DQ bullshit. Absolutely. Because again, I just stated it's going to make both ladies look weak. You know, if they both lose, both of them girls are going to look weak. I mean, one girl's going to look weak. My bad. So if Jade loses, she's going to be looking like a weak bitch. You couldn't even fucking defend your title. Girl, bye. You calling yourself the baddest bitch, but the baddest bitch couldn't even defend her title one time. Come on now. But then we have Jordan Grace, who's supposed to be this alpha female. I'm the different chick. I'm not like that Ivy Nile who has that strength and that blonde hair. I'm not like her. I'm not like that Ivy Nile chick. I'm better than all these other hoes. So I'm about to win this belt when I first challenge you, Jay, for it. But again, if she loses, she's going to be back in the line. So again, her credibility is going to go down to Miss Jordan's Grace. So whoever wins, I guess good for them. But again, the loser's going to look stupid. But again, AJ Styles will go back to TNA before he goes to AEW. Okay, no, that's real. I do believe that he would have one more match. I said last week, I mean, when you think about TNA, you think about him. You think about the beautiful people. You think about Samoa Joe, to be honest with you. I mean, when I think about AEW, I don't really think about Samoa Joe. But TNA back then, or just TNA in general, you think about him. I always have to mention him, Shark Boy. I did like Shark Boy a lot. Madison Rayne was always one of my favorites from the Knockouts. Recently, she just had a birthday. She recently just retired herself on a Ring of Honor in a Ring of Honor random episode in a tag team match. That was Madison Rayne's retirement. I think they do break up the Vision. I feel like the Ultimate Star. I want to say Austin Theory. I want to say that That's what I want to say, but I don't know if realistically that's going to be who's going to shine if the group does break up. Mm, I mean they're really pushing Braun Breaker, but the way he was eliminated kind of made him look weak. I feel like the only person that may become the star out of this, maybe Logan Paul. To be honest with you, he's the one that's known outside of the WWE. He's known for what, YouTube and having this what's that Prime drink, yes. So I don't know. Austin Theory, we've seen it before. He's been part of all these groups before. Braun Breaker, I feel like it's either him or Logan Paul. Braun, I do like him. Clearly, they're pushing him. I mean, again, they said that they all were going to risk the Royal Rumble for him to win. So I would hope that he is a breakout star because they're making it very clear that that's who they want to be the breakout star. But I don't know. The way they make him look weak sometimes when he loses the championship matches, when he gets eliminated fast. You know, it kind of makes his credibility go down. But then it's also like with Logan Paul, he's not really doing all these challenges for the belt. I mean, yeah, he challenges for the United States Championship. I think he challenged for the WWE Championship once, but he isn't really like a Braun Breaker that's always trying to chase the belt and then doesn't make it, then trying to chase it again, then doesn't make it, then Elimination Chamber, doesn't win the Elimination Chamber, going to win the Royal Rumble, then doesn't win it. I mean, he's just one of the members that's just there, but popular. But with Braun Breaker, he loses a lot. So, I don't know. That was not surprising. That's funny. No, it wasn't surprising that he's retiring. That's why I said, Frank, why is this news? Maybe he's telling us because he doesn't want us to ask anymore if he'll wrestle again. Killer ICW, Xbox. Do you like Xbox? Do you like Xbox? Just asking. Just playing. But I'm a PlayStation person. I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I've never really played an Xbox. I never owned one. But how are you? How are you? But do I like Killer Kross? That is a name we forgot about. Well, I'm not going to speak for all you guys. My apologies. But that is a name that I forgot about, honestly. I do see his wife and him. They're involved with MLW a lot. To be real with you guys, the only reason I really watch MLW is for Matt Riddle. I am a huge fan of his, and I do think he's handsome, and I do think he is the underdog. A lot of people wrote him off, and I don't like people getting written off so fast. I do like giving people the benefit of the doubt. I do know that. So, that being said, MLW, I only watch really for him. I do know Shotzi's also on there. I mean, she really doesn't really impressed me, to be honest. I mean, yeah, she has this nice green golf looking makeup. She's very pretty. I'm not going to take that away from her. She's very pretty. She has that look with the golf face. She has her little tank. She has her helmet. So she has a lot of things that make her stand out with her appearance. But her character, her ring work, it's like, okay, I mean, she can wrestle, it's cute, but okay. Okay, her character, what is her character? Exactly, so, I'm sorry. But again, back to Killer Kross, I do know he's part of MLW. I thought he was having negotiations or he was still talking to WWE. That was the last thing we heard. Allegedly, him and WWE, they didn't come to an agreement, but they were still talking. I mean, I do like him. I did like his, the best gimmick I like is when he had that sand timer where he would put the timer on the apron and he would say tick-tock and then he would leave and then Scarlett would be laughing. I did like that. That's the Killer Kross I like the most. Jade is just not getting booked correctly. Again, the SmackDown division as a whole, the women's division needs a refresh. But I kind of feel bad for Chelsea Green. I know we're not talking about her, but I kind of feel bad for Chelsea Green. The reason I say that, we know she's going to lose half the time when she comes on out, but again, we know she can wrestle. So it's kind of unfortunate. Like, we know you can wrestle, but we know you're not going to go anywhere. But again, I never said this. Please like and follow YouTube. I post at least 3 times a week. I haven't said that once since I talked today. But Yes, Jade and her reign, it won't be remembered. So she's just holding the belt and not even defending it. So it kind of makes her look silly. Braun Breaker, I think Logan was masked man. That would be funny. I thought it was going to be Seth Rollins, but I'm like, he wouldn't return that fast, and it would be too obvious. Austin, so is he like playing both sides basically? Because there was this thing going around that basically that that Austin Theory, and why am I thinking about Ace Austin? All right, because he was on AEW television, that's what I wanted to mention. What is going on with Ace Austin, the person that we had a lot of potential in AEW who left TNA, but now we barely see him. I can admit I was defending AEW in the beginning with his booking, but now it's at this point, it's been a couple months. But Austin Theory, it was rumored, well, a lot of people in the wrestling community, the fans, were saying that they think that Austin is helping Seth Rollins. So what do we think about that? So basically, he is like a eye for Seth Rollins. Basically, he's basically pretending to be their friend, but he's basically an eye for Seth Rollins. Kind of reminds me of the Mean Girls, if you think about it. The movie Mean Girls, if you remember Lindsay Lohan, that movie, she was initially not even supposed to be a mean girl. She just started to like them after a while. But remember, she was friends with the goth girl and the gay guy, and they thought it was funny if she pretended to be their friends, but was really telling them what they were doing. So again, it's kind of like the Austin Theory thing that people are saying that he's pretending to be their friend, want to be part of the group, but realistically, he is preparing Seth Rollins with their game plans, what they do, what they say. So when Seth Rollins eventually comes back, he would already have a heads up because allegedly Austin Theory is the bug in the group that is basically telling Seth Rollins what's going on while he's gone. So again, he can come very prepared if he does have some eyes. So he can get the techniques, he can know what's going on, he can already be one step ahead when he comes back because again, he has someone watching from the inside. Paul Heyman, what do I think about him? He still does a great job. Again, he's in charge of a lot of factions over the years, but this one, I guess he's trying to help the next generation. Before, if you notice, he was with big stars such as Roman Reigns, CM Punk. I guess this is a lie. He wasn't really trying to help the next generation. I mean, I guess he was to an extent, but what I mean by that is he was already with what's his name? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got injured. That's the thing that happened. It wasn't that Paul Heyman was trying to be the manager of Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, and Bronson. I noticed we haven't said Bronson was going to be the star. Notice no one has said that. I mean, I said I thought maybe Logan Paul. I think you said, Frank, that you thought it was going to be Braun Breaker, but no one has really said Bronson. But again, Seth Rollins getting injured changed a lot of things with this group and the dynamic. I did hear originally it was always supposed to be Austin Theory was supposed to be part of the group with Seth Rollins when he was still active. So allegedly he was already supposed to be in the group, but plans changed. I guess they were supposed to make a big reveal, but plans changed when the main star, Seth Rollins, got injured. That's why I said that comment on who do I think is going to be the biggest star. Because again, it was basically based off of Seth Rollins, but he got injured, and now we have all these other men that are trying to carry the group. Alright, so let me go back to the next wrestling blog because I like reading. Oh, girl, I am quite. Give me 1 second. I haven't really drunk anything all day. Been running these errands, got my nails done. I don't even have the ring light on so you guys can't see, but I went to the gym, gas station, Aldi's, got my nails done. Really didn't get a chance to drink anything, so thank you. I had to take a moment for myself. But, what else was I going to say? Becky Lynch, what do we think about her and AJ Lee? Speaking of Seth Rollins, Again, what kind of contract did AJ Lee sign that she's barely shown? Again, we don't really see her. We don't really see her. But let's get on to the next gossip thing. Okay, let me make sure I'm in the light. Okay, I am in the light. So, it would be funny if LA Knight is the masked man. That would just show him that he's not done with them. LA Knight is someone that after a while now, I don't know if he would resign if he is offered another deal. Well, I say that, I'm not saying that he's being booked wrong, but he's always being booked as being like so close. I don't know if he would want that anymore. What I mean by that, I don't know if he would want that. You know, always being the person that the crowds, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, he didn't win tonight. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, he didn't win the Royal Rumble tonight. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, he didn't win the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, he didn't win the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, he won the United States Championship. Yes! I mean, that's all we get from him, so. Just being real. So again, it's kind of getting played out. I might have had a drink or two. Maybe that's why I'm so animated, but still. It's a little played out. Getting a little tired. Just kind of like I told the one guy, and let me not even look at his name. Lying, I think his name, the guy from Canada. Kind of like Sami Zayn. It's always so close, so close, so close. Oh my God, they're going to be in Saudi. He's going to win it. This is going to be his moment. Loses. Oh my God, they're in Canada. He's going to win against Roman Reigns. I mean, the storyline, he going to win. The momentum's on Sami Zayn's side. Loses. Kind of like LA Knight. And that's going to be, whatchamacallit, who we just talked about, Braun Breaker. In a minute, he's going to be the one we're going to be talking about in a minute. Like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. He's going to fight for the championship again. Okay. Is he going to win this time? Probably not. Kind of like Solo. He still hasn't even won the big one. Okay. So, more wrestling news. We like to talk about it. If it was talking about me, I would be talking about some irrelevant stuff like Madison Rain, because I am a huge fan of hers. You're like, damn, you talking about her again, and how she was snubbed from the beautiful people, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. I'm still pissed that they did not mention her at the TNA Hall of Fame induction for the beautiful people. After all of that shit she did for the group, Miss Madison Rain, they couldn't put their petty issues to the side just to mention her. Even when Angelina Love left due to her visa issues, Madison Rain stepped up, rejoined the group, and then she became the wrestler of the group, and then Lacey Von Erich joined, and then it became the three of them. But again, let me stop. But let me put this picture of her on here because, again, I'm petty and I love the beautiful people. Disappointed in Velvet Sky and Angelina Love. I do love all three of them, but I'm just disappointed how they snubbed her. I'm still pissed that they snubbed Madison Rain. I was going to call them the B word, but I'm not calling them that. But let's get on to something newer and more current. But just for my pettiness, let me do this for y'all. The person they didn't mention at the Hall of Fame induction. Oh, look at when they had a beautiful people reunion. Maybe that face is telling. You notice she's not smiling. Maybe she's like, oh girl, I don't want to be near you, bitch. That's probably why she didn't mention her. She probably never liked her. But let me stop. Okay, so what else we got going on? Speaking of Xavier Woods, what do we think about his career and the New Day in WWE? Do they need to hang it up flat screen? Do they need to hang up the boots as well, the New Day? I would say maybe a new company would be a first start for them. If TNA and WWE were doing these partnership where it was also the main roster and they made it official, I feel like the New Day would be great at it. I feel like the New Day would be great in TNA, getting some TNA feuds, some tag team feuds. It will give them something fresh to do. I feel like TNA has ran their courses with this NXT partnership. Again, there's really nothing exciting about it at this point. But again, if they do a pay-per-view, that would be cute. But again, if it was TNA in the main roster, I feel like the New Day and TNA, they would do some amazing things. I'm hoping maybe it'll lead to a TNA and main roster partnership. I know I'm the one that bashed the one with the NXT and TNA the most because, again, it's very one-sided for NXT because they're winning all the belts. But I do feel like the New Day need to do something new. But I'm going to do something different now. Since we like to use AI with almost everything in this world, let's ask AI some fantasy booking and just do this. It's maybe a new segment I'm going to start bringing. What if or how can their career pop? So let's ask. I do pay for premium for ChatGPT. Let's do this. How can LA Knight ever be world champion? Is it realistic that WWE will make him champion? Will the fans soon lose interest in LA Knight? Yeah. Let me ask. Because again, something new. And let's just see. This is something I do sometimes on my alone time when I'm not recording or at work. I'll ask ChatGPT some things, some fantasy booking. So let me ask it. It's thinking hard. It's probably like, LA Knight champion? What? We never even thought he was going to be champion. Alright. Here's the real talk on LA Knight's world title champions. Can LA Knight realistically be WWE World Champion? It could happen, but right now it looks uncertain. Fans want it, and many believe he has the charisma and reaction to carry that belt, but WWE hasn't committed him to that main event push yet. Why it could happen? He's one of the WWE's most over guys with a built-in crowd reaction. Okay, I agree with that. Some outlets predict 2026 could be his make-out-break year. I mean, don't they say that every year? He consistently featured on TV and in big programs. Why it might not happen. WWE's booking repeatedly keeps him out of the top title picture even when he's popular. He loses key matches, and then I just say that it has been used mid-card instead of main event. Some fans believe creative doesn't trust him for the world title role. Why isn't he champion? Booking and timing. Night was over, but WWE often pivots toward other stars like Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, CM Punk for the world title scene, leaving Knight just outside the top spot. Audience and management perceptions. While fans love his promos and megastar energy, some think WWE creative still sees him as a secondary player. Important, but not the face of the company. There is speculation online about whether management fully trusts him in a long title feud, though that's never been confirmed. Will fans lose interest in if he's not pushed? So, that was another part of the question, remember. They might if WWE continues to book him poorly. Right now, a lot of fan frustration is built around the idea that Knight is deserving of world title status. But every time he gets close, WWE doesn't pull the trigger. Didn't I just fucking say this shit? Some fans say this pattern loses his momentum and can make his reaction fade over time if this keeps happening. Others argue that he's so charismatic that he'll still get heat even without a title. He's been over on his own for years. In other words, fans see him constantly tease for the world title but never delivers. Okay. So again, that's something I do sometimes that I may bring to the table where I'll ask ChatGPT some questions just so we can be funny. You know, you can ask it a million things. What would happen if so-and-so would have won the title? What would have happened in this match and so-and-so would have won instead of this person? Or book this person this way? Or how would they have been as a heel? And they'll just give you all these scenarios. So sometimes it becomes very interesting. Oh, Lord, who is this? Wow. Well, welcome to the stream. Nevertheless, kind of gore 82. Okay, so is that what that is? Is that what it is? I totally forgot all about that. So we're thinking that it could be Triple H and him not being a Triple H guy. I don't know why I didn't think about Triple H when I thought about the booking. Again, some of the booking is good, some of the booking is bad. I mean, right now, a lot of people are talking about the women, how they're booked, the current champions, so it's as Jade. And the only thing that we like about Stephanie is her ass and her doing that ass, move or her ass is out and she starts twerking while the girl's head's on her and she starts twerking her ass. A lot of people like that, but now some people are saying, okay, what else can she do instead of that? Which is kind of sad because Stephanie, she does have this bad bitch aura. I'm grown woman, don't fuck with me kind of aura. I don't know. I wouldn't say she looks pretty. She looks fabulous, but more like grown woman fabulous. Like pretty, I'm thinking about like Kitty, young adult. She looks more like she's fabulous, grown woman, bad bitch, Nina Williams kind of vibe. But speaking about Nina Williams, I think that is Natalia Neidhart's new gimmick. If you watch the Tekken movie or if you play Tekken like me, that was the first game I ever played. Tekken 3 on the PlayStation 1 was the first game I played. She kind of reminds me of Natalia right now. I guess Natalia is still in Nina Williams' gimmick with the... Come on now, I'm just going to be petty. I'm just going to be a little bit petty. I'm about to be a little bit petty. But this is all I saw when I saw Natalia Neidhart come out. I'm going to be a little bit petty. This is what I saw when I saw Natalia. Oh, they know I'm being petty, so she blocking my screen. Don't do that. I can be petty sometimes. Oh, stop taking over my show, boo. Get out of my way. You see this, girl? They always trying to take over, honey. But yeah, she was giving me Nina Williams vibes when I saw Natalia. If you know Tekken, you know it. But let's continue talking. I hope they do. I have no shame saying that. I hope they do win the women's tag team champions, the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins helped make the tag team division in the WWE. I mean, even when tag team wrestling wasn't a thing, you always had the Bella Twins because clearly they're twin sisters and they would team up sometimes. So again, even before the women's tag team belts was a thing, they were the tag team of the women's division. So I do feel like they do deserve a opportunity for those belts, and I feel like they should win. I feel like it would bring eyes to it. And a lot of people talk about them a lot, how they ain't shit and they're just reality stars. But I did see some people cheering them on. I'm trying to find a good picture of them of this year. Sorry. Okay, here's a good one. But like I was saying, a lot of people call them reality stars, but then you saw some people in the crowd wearing Bella Army shirts. You saw them wearing Bree mode signs. So again, so they are over. Okay, let's see if this will work. Sometimes it doesn't, so sorry. So here we go, the Bella Twins again. Bree getting a nice pop. She got a nice pop. Both of them look great. I do feel like Bree, they can't pull off that Bella, what was that, switch and mover, where they would switch spots and then the other girl would pin the other girl and be like, oh, you mean it's still me? What you mean? What you mean? They would hide in the ring. I don't think they can do that no more. I'm not even saying with their, I just don't know. They look totally different now. Like, she has the blonde hair with the streaks in it. Brie Bella has the black hair, so clearly you can't get them too confused with the hair colors. And they have totally different clothing styles now. So, again, they don't even match in gear. I mean, of course, they could match in gear like they did in Royal Rumble, something that they both like that equally, but still, their hair is slightly different to the point you would notice. Speaking of, Paige does want to come back. She does want to come back. She did recently state on how a lot of fans have been asking for her to come back. So Paige has responded to some stating that she does want to come back, but it's not up to her. It's up to WWE. And she did state that AEW made her lose her passion for professional wrestling, that her character in AEW made her lose passion for wrestling, but she does have it again. Again, she did state that she would love to go to AEW. I'm sorry, to WWE. A lot of fans were missing her. They said, why isn't she at the Royal Rumble? She was teasing training videos, basically trying to let Triple H and them know, hey, I'm still wrestling, y'all. Y'all can always call me anytime now. But again, they didn't make that call. And she is speaking out now, stated she would love to come back to WWE. So again, I don't know if that's going to happen. She is always going to be the first NXT Divas champion, but I don't know if they're going to bring her back. You could say, I mean, I'm part of the Bella Army, but yeah, I know some people feel that way. I know a lot of people feel like, especially Nikki Bella, she loves the attention more than Brie. Yeah, we should see. I hope they win it. I hope they bring some eyes to the tag team women's belts. I mean, again, them bringing those belts to the Bella Twins would bring some eyes to it. I think right now it's Rhea and Io that are the champions, right? But wrestling this week was okay. I do want to read one more thing before I go. Oh, okay, I guess there's a little update on Chelsea Green. I guess I didn't realize maybe that's why she lost her title. Chelsea Green suffered an injury on WWE SmackDown. Okay, so that's why. So she has like a ankle injury, it looks like. Damn. Okay. Well, will say this week, I did like the street fight. Was that what they called it last night on Collision? Again, that's why I said Collision was a little bit better than Dynamite. The street fight, I did enjoy a lot, the street fight. And it reminded me of Def Jam Fight for New York, basically, with the cars surrounded in like a circle. It reminded me of Def Jam Fight for New York, the video game on the PS2 that I used to play, where you could throw them against the cars. Crow, who was Snoop Dogg. I think Method Man was in there, Lil Kim was in there, Kimora Lee Simmons. So again, I did enjoy that match. Reminded me of Def Jam Fight for New York, that street fight that the Rascals and Eddie Kingston had. That was good. I also enjoyed the Roman Reigns and the CM Punk promo. Both men can speak, and that's why I said earlier, I feel like on Monday Night Raw, they have the best storylines in wrestling. Their storylines are the best. AEW, the wrestling's good, but they have no storylines. Raw has the perfect storylines, makes you committed to the product, so that's what Raw has on the other shows. But no, I do agree they're both good on the mic. Roman Reigns clearly will main event WrestleMania Night 2. So CM Punk will actually get to main event WrestleMania because it will be Night 2, not Night 1, more than likely. But wrestling was good this week. If you have not, please like and follow. I post pro wrestling news at least 3 times a week. I'm on X, Blue Sky, TikTok. I post at least 3 times a week, Marquelworld. Again, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram, X, Marquelworld, Pro Wrestling TEA, a Facebook group I run where we post wrestling gossip. You guys can post too. But I think I'm about to get off soon and eat something. But wrestling this week, I can't wait to see Myron make his debut with AEW. We did see Myron. He got a little involved in the street fight, but I can't wait to see him wrestle. Myron Reed in AEW. But it was nice always talking to you, Robert, Anthony, Lion, 2012. It was nice talking to you. Maybe hopefully I see you again. I do post again at least 3 times a week, and I go live at least twice a week here on YouTube. So I will be back next week for a review on a show, on a wrestling show, and I'll be live next weekend for a gossip session like I do right now. But I do feel like I think it's AEW's turn. I think I did TNA last week, and then I did SmackDown the week prior, so I think it's AEW this week. But I am getting off. It's always nice talking to Frank. Spetty, it's always nice talking to you. ICW, I know you talked about Killer Cross and then you just disappeared after that, but it was nice talking to you. Maybe he was like, oh, he didn't really talk that much about Killer, so I'm done. But I don't know what's going on with him. Thank you for keeping Killer Cross's name alive. But I think I'm about to get off, just making sure I didn't miss this. Any comments? Michael Hayes was followed to Chelsea Green. Oh, see, I knew I missed a comment. See, I knew it because I didn't even address that before I go. Yes, I feel like him saying that she is not a main. What he say? He said something about she is not a top level talent. She's more mid card at best, and she understands her position. Yeah, it was a little degrading to see that. But yeah, sad to see that. There was one comment I think I also missed. Somebody not re-signing somewhere. No, hold on. I thought there was one more comment I did miss about somebody not re-signing somewhere. Okay, I guess I didn't miss this comment. I swear I saw a comment earlier today saying somebody's not going to resign, but I forgot who they were mentioning. I think it was about the Street Profits at some point. Mm, this is not. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, I'm not imagining things. Frank said that. See, I knew it. I missed it. In the next 2 years, Chelsea will be gone from WWE. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe she won't resign. I don't know what's going to happen with Matt Cardona. I mean, again, he's on the roster, but is he going to get a mega push? But if you're saying that she won't resign, I feel like she's one of those that will resign anyways. You know, even if she's not getting the push, I feel like she'll just sign because she loves WWE. But also, I don't know if you're kind of stating that she may get released. I don't know if they would even release her since she is enhancement talent, so they do use her for enhancement. But we shall see. I did want to address that comment. I knew before I go I missed the comment. But this Marquelworld, all things pro wrestling news, my life, YouTube. Thanks for those that came. Always a pleasure. Those that did not come, watch the replay. Please like and follow. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I do know it's the Super Bowl, right? So you guys enjoy the Super Bowl. I will be watching the halftime show. I may make me some queso dip if I feel like it, or I may get me a carry out. I don't know yet, but I will watch the halftime show. But oh, okay. Either way. Okay, so you just have you have a feeling like, within the next 2 years, we may not be talking about her no more in WWE. She may be like a TNA knockout or AEW. I do feel like her and her husband would eventually lead to AEW if one of them got released. Let's be real. If Matt Cardona got released from WWE, I don't think Chelsea Green would resign. I know she was there before he came back, but again, I don't think she would resign to them recently firing him again. But if Chelsea Green got let go, I don't think that he would want to resign. So again, they may go to AEW if one of them gets let go. But okay, I am done this time for real. This is Marquelworld, all things pro wrestling news in my life. Please like and follow. And yes, thank you, Frank, for explaining that. Thank you. I thought I missed it, so thank you for explaining that. But I'm out of